In this video I'll be showing you my progression as a complete beginner in King's Indian defense to a point where I sacrificed a queen to checkmate the opponent. And when I say the last game was the most suspenseful thing you've seen in your life, folks, I mean it. On day one I just knew the ideas and the setup of the King's Indian. And after a few moves the opponent unleashed a devastating attack on my king. On move 12 and 13 he offered me 2 free pawns and I fell for the bait as they were not free except they opened the line of sight of the rook to my king.
The white queen came flying across the board, checking my king. Here a better move would have been king g8, but I played king h8, which ended the game on the spot.
On the next move the knight galloped into my position and added pressure to the h7 pawn, which I was unable to defend, and the opponent delivered a checkmate in a few moves. This was a very sad end to day 1, but day 30th game was so good that you'll play the King's Indian defense yourself. In the opening of day 15 we get same position as we got on day 1, and I have prepared for this variation, and the best move here is knight g4 kicking the bishop. After a few moves I started to develop my queenside preparing for an attack, but my opponent blundered his bishop. Then I proceeded to centralize my knight, but after capturing with my bishop the knight was undefended and the queen captured it. In this position I found a very nice 4-move combo, winning a lot of material. Bishop c4 is an excellent move, stopping my pawn to advance any further. After some desperate decisions by my opponent, this is the following position where my rooks are bullying the white position. On move 36 the bullying train is joined by the queen. And after a few checks white blundered a mate in 3. And this is finally day 30th, where you will see brilliancies and some extremely wild attacks by both sides. This was the first opponent who was playing a mainline King's Indian defense. In this position, if my opponent takes on e5, then this will be the most boring thing on earth, but d5 leads to some wild stuff. As you can see by those arrows, the white army will be attacking on the queen side and the black army on the king side. If black's attack happens first, he will win a king, and if white arrives first, he'll win material. And the first to start the attack is black with the move f5, white consolidating his center with the move f3. With the move b4, white has also started his attack. The move h5 by black supports the g4 push, further improving his attack. Seeing this, white moves his rook to f2, stabilizing the second rank. Black does the same, but for attacking measures. The move a5 by white looks down, but the idea is knight a4, which will support the c5 push. But black responded with an even better move g3, which if taken will open white's king and a checkmate on the way. Seeing this, white moves his rook to safety, but this allows black to capture on h2. And white here plays a great move king to h1, using the concept of umbrella pawn, where you use your opponent's pawn as a shield. In this position black pushes h4, making his way for the knight to infiltrate, and white responds with c5, knocking on the door of black's territory. h3 by black is a killer move, as it shred opens the position of the white king, and white is forced to capture the pawn here. The move knight h4 is an absolute nightmare for white because it unleashes the rook and the knights are pointed directly at the throat of the king. The move queen g5 threatens a checkmate which white sees, and after bishop f2 the mate is stopped. The bishops and the rook protect the king well, and white's attack on the queen side is crashing through. The position looks well defended and at the same time aggressive, right? No, because in this position black can sacrifice
The queen!
This is one of my most memorable games ever. Write the only L that leads to IW in the comments section if you made it till here. I'll pin the best joke in the comments section.